Who would have thought that the closest person could be a threat? The world is shocked by the latest news of Jungkook's increasingly astonishing poisoning case. Now, the investigation leads to a completely unexpected figure, a military cook who turns out to be a close friend of the idol. What's his motive? Why is Jungkook the target? And what is even more surprising, his condition is still not fully recovered. Underscore in just 30 minutes after further investigation, authorities officially named the suspect in Jungkook's poisoning case. Even more surprising, the suspect is not a foreigner, but a cook who has been serving in the military environment where Jungkook is serving his military service. More astonishing facts? They are close friends. This news immediately shocked the public, especially BTS fans who from the beginning had been panicked by Jungkook's condition. At first, many thought that this poisoning was just the result of accidentally contaminated food. However, the latest investigation opened up even more terrible facts. There are indications that this was a deliberate act. What exactly happened? Why is the cook who is known to be close to Jungkook the main suspect? Is this really an attempt to harm the idol? More than a week after this shocking incident, Jungkook is reportedly conscious, but there is something odd about him. His recovery is going slower than expected. Many began to question whether there were side effects from the substances he consumed or whether the authorities had not revealed the whole truth to the public. A source who declined to be named said Jungkook experienced unusual symptoms before being rushed to a military hospital. At first, she just felt a little dizzy, but in a matter of minutes, her condition deteriorated very quickly. The source said, "The fact that his recovery did not go as expected raises more questions. Was the substance given to Jungkook a poison with long-term effects? Is there a possibility that there are other parties involved? Or is there something that hasn't been revealed to the public yet?" The main suspect in the case is a military cook who has served in the same unit as Jungkook since the beginning of his military service. Surprisingly, they are known to have a fairly close relationship. This further raises the big question. If it is true that this was a deliberate act, what was the real motive? Some speculations began to emerge. Is this a form of jealousy? Was there any pressure from outside that led the cook to do this action? Or more horrifically, is there a possibility this is part of a larger scheme targeting Jungkook? Until now, authorities are still closing in on details about the suspect's motive. However, one thing is certain, this case is no longer considered an ordinary incident. There are strong indications that this was a planned effort. Not a few are beginning to suspect that this is not just the actions of one person alone. Because, in a military environment that has strict procedures, how could poison enter and contaminate the food consumed by Jungkook? In fact, some fans are beginning to speculate that there is a possibility of third-party involvement in the case. Was this a planned attack on Jungkook? Or is there an element of personal vendetta that hasn't been revealed? Wild theories began to circulate. Some believe that this could be part of a sabotage attempt against BTS as a group, given their huge influence in the entertainment world. There are also speculations that this is a form of warning against Jungkook related to something that is not yet known to the public. However, until now, the military has not given an official statement regarding the alleged existence of a larger conspiracy. They only confirm that the investigation will continue and every possibility will be traced. With his condition starting to improve, many are wondering when will Jungkook open his voice? Does he himself know something that the public does not know? Or is it just that he is still in a condition that makes it impossible to give a statement? BTS's agency, HYB, has yet to give an official statement on Jungkook's condition or the suspect's involvement in the incident. This further reinforces the suspicion that there is information that is deliberately stored for a while. One thing is for sure, this case is not over. With suspects already established and many mysteries yet to be revealed, the public will continue to look forward to further developments. Despite having been named a suspect, the military cook who allegedly poisoned Jungkook appears to have chosen silence. According to reports from the authorities, since being detained for further investigation, the suspect refused to give a clear explanation regarding the motive behind his actions. This further aggravates the situation and gives rise to more speculation. If it is true that this was a deliberate act, Why did the suspect not give a reason? Did someone else tell him? Or is he afraid of revealing something bigger? One of the investigators working on the case said that the suspect showed a calm expression during the interrogation, as if he was already prepared for the consequences. He showed no fear or panic. There is something strange about his attitude. An internal source said, "This silence, of course, added suspicion." If this was an accidental incident, why didn't he immediately explain what happened? And if this is a premeditated crime, is he really the main culprit or just the scapegoat of a larger scenario? As the case grew more complicated, BTS fans around the world began to express their anger. The hashtag hashtag justice for jungkook immediately became trending on various social media platforms, demanding justice and transparency in the investigation of the case. Many fans demanded that the military and HYB immediately provide an official statement regarding Jungkook's condition and the investigation process. "We want to know what really happened. Jungkook is a public figure, and we deserve clarity," a fan wrote on Twitter. Not only that, some conspiracy theories began circulating on social media. Some suspect that this case has something to do with the entertainment world. Others consider that this incident could be a form of warning or a threat to BTS as a whole. In the midst of all this chaos, reports emerged that revealed that the military restricted the family's access to meet Jungkook in person. This immediately raises a big question mark. Is his condition more serious than it is reported? Usually, in cases of serious health, the family is given special access to see the patient. However, in Jungkook's case, it was quite the opposite. An inside source revealed that only a few medics and military officials were allowed near him. Is this just a normal security measure? Or is there something hidden? The public began to press HYB to issue an official statement regarding Jungkook's condition. However, until now, the agency is still silent, which actually makes wild theories grow. As the case becomes more complex, investigators are now beginning to consider the possibility that the cook is not the only suspect. In the latest report, there were indications that the food Jungkook consumed may have been mixed with harmful substances at an earlier stage. That is, it is possible that someone in the military kitchen was also involved in this plan. More astonishingly, one of the sources mentioned that the substance found in Jungkook's body was no ordinary poison. It's not just spoiled or contaminated food. These substances have more complex effects and can have an impact in the long term, said a forensic expert. If so, are these cooks just tools in a bigger game? And who is the real mastermind? In the midst of an increasingly heated situation, several BTS members finally responded. Jimin, and Jin openly showed their support for Jungkook through social media. Wrote, "we will always be together. Jungkook, hang on." Meanwhile, Jimin uploaded an old photo of the two of them with a short caption, "Get well soon, bro." However, the most heartfelt was Jin's statement. As a member who is also undergoing military service, Jin is said to be very devastated by this incident. "I am speechless. I just want him to be okay," Jin said in a brief interview. The concern from fellow BTS members further proves that this case is not just a small incident, but something really serious. After pressure from the public, the military finally released an official statement on the case. But instead of easing the worries, things get even more confusing. In a statement, they confirmed that there were indeed allegations that the food Jungkook consumed had been contaminated with harmful substances. However, they declined to provide further details on the type of substance. "We ensure that the investigation continues, and we will take firm action against whoever is responsible," the military said in a statement. The big question is, why didn't they reveal the substance used right away? Is the substance so dangerous that the information must be kept secret? Furthermore, they also revealed that the main suspect is still under interrogation and that other parties involved are being sought. This means it is possible that more than one person designed this incident. One of the biggest questions that now arises is how this case will impact Jungkook's future. With his condition not yet fully recovered, many began to worry whether he could return to his usual activities. A military doctor who handled the case stated that Jungkook experienced quite significant effects from the substances that entered his body. Asterisk, we are conducting intensive monitoring. We have not been able to confirm how long the recovery time. Asterisk, asterisk, he said. This is certainly a big blow, both for BTS and their fans. If Jungkook's recovery takes a long time, it is not impossible that BT